Good morning. See, it's Wednesday. Spraying my rose water. Of course. Good morning, everyone. I know the heart sweater. It's one of those. Should I put it on? Okay, hold. Heart sweater. Just not feeling it today. Not feeling it. Going on anyways. I am being stretched beyond my comfort zone. Not laundry day. Just wasn't feeling it. But it's on now. Yeah, man, being stretched beyond my comfort zone with these IG lives. Hi, Chad. Hi, Heather. Hi, Kelsey. I saw that you were joining. I am being asked to just speak about these subjects that I'm not really wanting to speak about, but Adama is saying it's time to speak about them, so it's just all about learning and pushing through that fear, and just doing it anyways. So that is why we are here. That is what I'm going to do today. Today I decided, well, I didn't decide, Adama decided. Today was going to be about the violet flame and Saint Germain and what it is and how we can just bring in the violet flame throughout our day and how it works and the benefits of it. There's and then a quick little 4 easy step sort of meditation that you can do. Hi, young hearts. Yeah, it's such a powerful ray to use right now. And as I was doing some research on it, there was some pretty powerful things that I found out about it that I didn't know. So quickly. Oh, Heather, yay, you'll learn something new today. Exciting. So really quickly, there are 7 sacred flames that are rays of light that are coming down from source. And they've been on the planet for thousands and thousands of years. At the fall of Lemuria, and they were actually on the planet physically during the Lemurian Age and the Atlantis Age. Hi. And when those continents sunk, the flames went inside of the earth. So there are etheric temples inside of the earth where these flames reside. And there is an ascended master that is the guardian of each of these 7 flames. Each flame is associated with a specific color, a specific frequency, and it's associated with one of your chakras, right? The purpose of these 7 flames right now is to assist and help us in our ascension and coming back to the divine being, the God essence that we are. And so every flame has a specific healing quality that we can use to assist us. And at the end of the day, when the ascension is complete, we will have used all 7 flames, blended them all together within us, and become this ascended being on the planet. Hi, Kat. You're going to laugh. I have notes today. As I was writing my notes, I'm like, oh, Kat's going to be so excited because I did notes today. A lot of notes, which is out of my comfort zone. But anyways, so these flames, the first flame, and also each flame is associated with a specific day of the week, meaning that at all times these flames are coming down from source and they are also within the earth, but on specific days you can really call in a specific ray and use that during that day. So the first ray is the blue ray. It's the flame of the will of God. Master El Moira is the one that guards it. It is associated with your throat chakra. And what you can do with this blue ray is the will of God means the surrendering of your sort of control over your life. Yeah, you're totally rubbing off on me. Seriously, I was like, I have 3 pages of notes. Um, the Blu-ray on for Monday, throat chakra, surrendering to your life, trusting in the process, giving it all over to God, right? The will of God, letting God, source, universe guide you. That's the will of God, the blue ray, first ray, Monday. Second ray is the yellow ray, the flame of wisdom, illumination. It is, what day of the week is it? Sunday. It's your crown chakra. And the master that sort of guards over this flame is Lord Lanto, Master Lord Lanto. And this is more of the opening up of the crown chakra, bringing in more of your light. It's the merging of your ego and your mind, the mind of God. So it's the merging of the being, the light being that you are, and the ego, the beliefs that you have about yourself that aren't true, those limiting beliefs. It's about merging those two together, right? Third ray is the rose pink ray, and this is the day is Tuesday, heart chakra, opening up of the heart, the flame of cosmic love. Paul the Venetian is the one that is the guardian over this one. And this is all about compassion for yourself, compassion for humanity, unconditional love for yourself, unconditional love for humanity. Fourth ray is the white ray, and it is Friday, root chakra, ascension flame of purification. So this is Lord Serapis Bey is the guardian of this ray. And this is the ray of activating your light body, shifting your light into more of a higher frequency, merging the human self with your I am presence, right? So it's bringing in more light and merging it with the being that you are inside, right? Your third dimensional being. Hi, Austin. Fifth ray is the emerald green ray. This is Master Hilarion. This is healing. This is the third eye. Healing. This is opening up your extrasensory perceptions. And third eye is the chakra. Sixth ray, golden ray. This is the ray of resurrection, the flame of resurrection. It is Thursday, solar plexus, and it is guarded by Sananda, who is Jesus, and Lady Nada, who is Mary Magdalene. And then there's the seventh ray, which is the violet flame. And it is the seat of the soul, the eighth chakra, the root, the chakra that is above your crown. And it is the soul chakra is the combination of the crown and the root together. And of course, that's Saint Germain guarding it, and it's the transmutation, flame of transmutation. So those are the rays that we're all working with at all times. And so a little bit about Saint Germain before we go into the violet flame. So Saint Germain is an ascended master. He had the name, what Saint Germain's name means is the Holy Brother. And here he is right here hanging out. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen him. He's lived many, many lives for thousands and thousands of years. So he was he was a high priest on Atlantis, and back then he was the guardian of that violet flame back on Atlantis. He was Christopher Columbus. He was Merlin. His last incarnation. He was Plato, which is also crazy. His last incarnation was a French man named Francis Bacon. And during his last lifetime, which was the year 1561, during his last lifetime, he ascended on the planet. And so, and Jesus did the same thing. Most of these ascended masters that you work with, they actually ascended on the planet. So when we talk about ascension, you aren't going anywhere, right? It's not like you leave the planet and you're ascended somewhere. They all ascended on the planet, which means that they worked with all of these rays, all 7 of these rays. On top, there's also 5 other rays that we aren't quite ready to work with, but that we will work with. All 7 rays, these masters mastered, right? They used these 7 rays that are coming down from source to ascend. So you can't necessarily see them, although there are people that can see these rays. A lot of people have seen that violet flame. Cameras can capture these rays a lot. A lot of cameras will capture. Hi, Katie. Will capture the rays. So anyway, Saint Germain ascended on the planet, right? And he lived for a couple hundred years on the planet as like a 40-year-old, right? And again, all of these masters that we know of, that we speak about, did this. They lived on the planet, ascended, and lived for many, 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 many years. They decided when it was time to go, right? They were like, I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to now ascend and leave my body. It's not dying or death or anything like that. So, so that was his last lifetime. So now he is around all of us at all times, right? People call on him at all times. And what Saint Germain was saying about the violet flame was, he said that the violet flame, there is so much that the violet flame can do, that he said he could talk for 30 straight days, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and still not give us all of the powerful information that this violet flame can do. That's how powerful this flame is. That's how much healing and transformation can happen from this flame. He can't cover all the benefits. There are so many benefits to this amazing flame. And I had never really heard of that. So I thought that was pretty amazing that we always think of the violet flame as transmutation, right? Like we can transmute the things we don't want into light and love. Oh, Katie, you got to start using the violet flame, girlfriend. So anyways, that's pretty crazy. I'd love to hear more from him or anybody else that channels Saint Germain on what these powerful benefits are. So the violet flame is the combination of the blue flame and the pink flame. So the blue flame is power and wisdom and the will of God, and the pink flame is love, heart, unconditional. So together they make that violet flame. And so the violet flame is a flame that has the ability to alchemize things. It has the ability to turn energy into light, right? Which is energy itself. So the flame, the violet flame, can transmute anything within your body into light and love. And so if there are issues, if there are belief systems, if there are stuck trauma within your body, if there is past lives that no longer serve you, if there is a energetic experience with somebody that no longer serves you, anything in your life that no longer serves you, that is within you, that is still present, still playing a role in your life, the violet flame is here to transmute it. It alchemizes it into, I don't want to say positive, but it's not good or bad, but it transmutes it into a more positive light, right? So what you can do is you can use this flame. Let's just say, for instance, there's a lot of jealousy that's been going on in your world, right? And you don't necessarily need to know where it's coming from, why you have it, what's the story behind it. You don't need to know any of that, and you don't need to go through it, right? You don't need to do any of that. What you need to just recognize is what it is you're feeling. And then you call in this violet flame. And I'll explain to you guys how you call in this violet flame. Hi, Hera. So nice to see you. So when you call in the violet flame, it is a light. It is a frequency, right? That will transmute the other light within you, the denser light, into love or into joy or into abundance. And it happens instantaneous, right? These kind of healings, by the way, which is a new paradigm of healing. So there is a new way of healing that we are experiencing that is not the way we used to heal. You can heal instantaneously with these ascended masters without doing anything. All you have to do is call in whatever master and whatever ray you want to use and ask for the healing that you want. Trust that it's happening, and it will happen. These ascended masters will come in and heal you just like this. I've seen it. I've experienced it. It's out of this world, but it's exactly how we're healing now. It's the paradigm. We're shifting into a new paradigm. So you don't have to go through these stories any longer, right? Like we don't have to live the storyline of what caused the pain. Where is the jealousy coming from? Where is the trauma? Where was my abuse? Do I have to live through this abuse in order to heal? That's not how you don't have to do it that way anymore. You absolutely can, but we don't need to anymore. You call on a master, you call on that flame you want to work with. You ask very specifically and very directly what you want, right? And you allow them to heal you. So, for instance, let's talk about the violet flame and using it. You can invoke the violet flame at any time, whether you're in meditation, whether you're in a car driving, you're about to go to an interview, you're about to have a first date, you're about to have a conversation with your husband you don't want to have, right? Anytime you want to sit in meditation and receive some deep healings, right? You want to use the violet flame. So the first step that you do is you're going to bring in the violet flame. So you're going to sit in whatever space you're in, and you're going to ask Saint Germain to come in, and you're going to ask Saint Germain to bring in the violet flame. And you can imagine this violet flame however you want. Some people imagine it like a ball, right? Like this round ball. I actually just envision it like I'm being showered, right? So there's this shower coming down of violet flame. And so step one is that you ask Saint Germain to come in to your space, and you ask that he bring in the violet flame. Okay, so then you can visualize this beautiful purple light coming down, or this ball, above you, moving down into your body. Number two, you want to bring this light into your body. So you envision that this purple ray, this violet ray, is entering into your body, right? And it's consuming the space within you. And then what you want to do is you want to begin to spin the violet flame. You want to spin it around your body. So it's almost like you're bringing in this light. It's almost like a blender, right? So you're imagining this flame coming in, and then you're imagining it spinning around, right? So it's kind of activating your light body. And so this purple flame is moving. And again, you can experience this however you want. You can visualize this tube coming in and the tube spinning around, or this ball moving around. I experience it as just this light coming in, and then I'm just moving this entire feeling of light around me. And then step 3 is that you want to begin to ask, and again, you can do this out loud or with yourself, for whatever it is that you want to transmute, alchemize, release, to be released. And so, and if you don't have anything specific, but let's just say you've got some anxiety, or, you're feeling a little bit nervous, you can just ask the violet flame, please transmute anything that doesn't serve me in this moment into the light, right? Into love, into joy, into peace, into freedom. And so you begin to ask what it is that you want to release from you. You can do something like, I would like to transmute, I would like to transmute the jealousy that I am feeling that is within my body, using this violet flame to transmute it into freedom. Transmute it into love. I release it from my body. I release it from my life. I allow Saint Germain to take this from me and to transmute it into the light, right? And you can visualize it and you can feel it. The other thing you want to say when you're transmuting this whatever it is you're transmuting is you want to make sure that you say, and this is something that I tend to forget, and so I write it down. But the other thing you want to say is, when you're transmuting it, when you're transmuting whatever it is you're transmuting, you want to say that you want to transmute it on all dimensions, on all levels, through all time and space, past, present, and future. And that way what you're doing is you're releasing anything that you might not be aware of that is connected to that jealousy, or that is connected to that fear or that anxiety, right? So we might only be aware of certain aspects of this emotion or as this experience. But if you ask, again, this is what you want to ask, on all dimensions, on all levels, through all time and space, past, present, and future. And may it be released into the light. And then the last step you want to do is you always want to make sure that you're releasing it and you're transmuting it into something. Say it again. Okay. So transmute whatever it is you're going to transmute that is standing in the way of you becoming the Christed being that you are. So, whatever it is you want to transmute. I am transmuting blank with the violet flame. And then you want to say, on all dimensions, on all levels, through all time and space, past, present, and future. On all dimensions, on all levels, through all time and space, past, present, and future. I'll definitely post this to YouTube, but yesterday's didn't download. The universe has its own plan sometimes. But I will try, Heather. Anyway, so that's what you want to say. And then you want to make sure that you're transmuting it, you're alchemizing it. Thanks, Katie. You're alchemizing it into something light. So you're always transmuted into something positive, right? I don't like that word, but let's just use that word for the sake of understanding. So we're transmuted into joy. We're transmuted into abundance. We're transmuted into freedom. We're transmuted into love, right? So 4 simple steps. Number 1, you're going to call in Saint Germain and you're going to call in the violet flame and you're going to visualize this violet flame. However you want to visualize it. That's step 1. Step 2, you're going to bring that violet flame into your body and you're going to start to spin it. Okay? You always want to spin the energy, right? So you're going to spin it. And trust that even if you don't know what you're doing, just with the intention, you're doing it. So we are now living in a paradigm where we don't physically, with our eyes, necessarily see everything that is happening. So we're using our third eye, our extrasensory perceptions to understand and see these things. And so we're getting used to that. So this is part of it, right? So you're not going to necessarily be like, oh my God, I levitated off the ground and this purple flame was all over me and somebody got a picture and I looked amazing, right? It's not that cool. You just bring in this purple flame. The violet flame comes into your body. Trust that it's working. Trust that it's in there. Trust that Saint Germain is with you. Step 2. Step 3, you begin to ask out loud or to yourself what you want to transmute, whatever it is in that moment, right? Whether it's anxiety, whether it's any addiction that you have, whether it is any past trauma that you have that you want to let go of. You ask out loud for it to be transmuted with the violet flame. And again, you want to say, what did I say? On all dimensions, on all levels, through all time and space, past, present, and future. Step 4, transmute this into the light. Transmute this into love. Transmute this into peace. Transmute this into abundance. Transmute this into joy. So you want to, you're alchemizing this energy with this flame. So that is what this flame is here to do. It comes in and it changes the energy. It alchemizes the energy, shifts it. So tell it where you want it to go. Tell it what you want it to alchemize into, right? And trust that it will. It will. And the other important thing that Saint Germain, so those are the 4 steps, right? And you can do it at any time, anywhere. You don't have to be this spiritually enlightened being to work with this flame, okay? If you can get a little picture of Saint Germain and you want to start working, if you really want to start working with this flame, you can get a little picture of him. Just go on the web, just go on Google and type in, picture of Saint Germain, and you can find one. Yeah, I'm so glad. That's so great. Yeah. It just takes intention. And so one of the things Saint Germain was saying today as I was doing my research and writing my list of stuff down is you have to believe. Okay, so, and you have to be ready for it to be transmuted. And be okay with it if you're not. So he said that he can't come in and transmute anything that you're not really ready to let go of. And so, and he said, and when you are ready to let go of it, when you are ready to transmute it, it will happen it will happen instantaneously. Like I was saying earlier, the healings right now that are happening on our planet are happening instantaneously, and without much effort or much work. So the violet flame is very capable of healing you. And it's just you having the belief and being ready. You're welcome. See you soon. To let it go. So that is my spiel on the violet flame. Let's see. Other things that you can do with the violet flame, there's a lot of stuff you can transmute. Really stuck beliefs that you have, ancestral patterns that are stuck within you, you can release. Bye, Kat. I'll see you at 2 p.m. Pacific. Evolve Kat, you guys, she's doing she blends spirituality and science together, and she's doing the 30 days IG Live, Evolve Kat. So follow her. She's going today at 2 p.m. Pacific, and she'll be talking about God only knows. But yesterday she talked about the photon and how the photon is a freaking Merkabah. Like what? So the light within our body, right, which you already know this, but the smallest particle, I don't even know if I can say this right because I don't understand science. The smallest particle within us, the freaking photon, is a Merkabah, which is the vehicle that light travels in. Katie, you gotta watch her. She's amazing. You'll love it. You'll be like, what? This is awesome. So if you can watch Katie today at 2 o'clock Pacific, I think you're Eastern too, so 5 Eastern. Pretty cool stuff she has to share. Hi, Marie. So you guys, I think that was it. So the whole purpose of the violet flame is to bring us into our divinity, right? This is with all the flames, all 7 flames. Stepping away out of my comfort zone and talking about my meditation experience. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Yay. So fun. But the whole purpose of the violet flame, as with all the flames, is to bring us to our divinity, right? Is to merge the humanness of us with our divinity. And that's exciting. And these flames, the other thing is like, there's this stigma around like the spiritual talk, right? Like, oh, there's 7 sacred flames and, there's meditations for them. And it's like, no, it's so simple, right? It's like it doesn't have to be complicated. This spiritual stuff does not have to be complicated. It's just tools that are here that we can access. Raising our vibrations, exactly. It's just helping us ascend on the planet, just like all these masters did. The other thing I wanted to touch on really fast, and then I'm gonna end. I'm trying to stay under 30 minutes. Is so there is. I'm being told to speak about this. There is a threefold. Okay, so when Lemuria and Atlantis sunk, you can say anything that holds me back. You can Marie. You can say anything that holds me back. Be transmuted into the light. So make sure you always say that you want it to be transmuted into something positive, right? So yeah, you can say, if you Google, like, I have a couple different prayers that you can say, but if you Google violet flame prayer, if you Google like violet flame invocation, violet flame prayer, it will, there's a lot of different prayers you can say just to help you move through it. But yeah, you can just say, transmute anything and everything that no longer serves me right now in this moment, and please transmute it into love. Please transmute it into the light, and you visualize it kind of moving into this beautiful golden light, or whatever color you see. You can move this energy into a different color. It's not, yeah, it doesn't have to be complicated, at all. So it's easy. These things are here for us to use as we ascend. These things are here for us to access easily. It's not complicated, right? And you don't have to be a spiritual guru to do any of this. We're all normal Joe Schmoes walking around the planet just trying to get through our days. So many people overthink it. It's like, Jesus, man, the sacred flames, it's like, no, they're just flames. They're just 7 rays that have been on the planet for thousands and thousands of years. They're coming down from source, and they're here to assist us in our ascension. That's it. Use them. Bring them in. Activate them. If you want to read up on them and learn more about them, you can do that. It's nice to know what chakra they're associated with, what color they are, and what they do. The Ascended Master that guards them. Hi, Luna. Sun gazing. I didn't read that one. I missed that one. But anyways, that's it. Is there anything else? Any other? Lemuria. Maybe that's my next subject tomorrow, Lemuria. Okay, so are there any questions before I go? I know I saw that, Luna. I think you did the, God, which ray did you do today? You did the 5th ray, right? Hilarion, opening up the 3rd eye, healing. Okay, really quick. Thanks, Marie. Okay. This hit me today really hard, so I just wanted to share it with you guys. Maybe it'll spark something in you guys. Yes, Master Hilarion, 3rd eye, woo, healing. Okay. Emerald green. Okay, so as I was doing research on this, the violet flame, and really trying to get a little more information on it, I was reminded, okay, so these flames were on the planet physically on Lemuria and Atlantis. And there's a thing called the fall from grace. So if you've had thousands of lifetimes here, then you lived on Lemuria and Atlantis at some point, right? And we were very, very evolved, we were ascended beings on the planet at that time. So we had a 12-strand DNA. We were multidimensional. Our threefold flame, which is inside of our heart, which is the blue flame, the pink flame, and the yellow flame all combined, was huge. I mean, it was like all around us, right? And this threefold flame is our Christed light. It is our Christ consciousness. It is who we are at the core of our being. It is our I am presence within us, right? So there's a spark of our I am presence within our heart. Now, when we were beings way back then living in Lemuria and Atlantis, we were highly evolved, enlightened beings. You know, we had telepathy. We spoke from our hearts. There's all kinds of amazing things that we were doing. And then there was the fall from grace. So the continents sunk. And when this happened, we already told you that the flames went inside the earth, right? They went to these etheric temples. Cities were created inside the earth because the earth became so dense that it was painful and detrimental to these beings to live on the planet. They could not come out from within the earth to live on the planet. It became super duper dense. Okay? Yeah, it's really hard for a lot of people to remember this. It was very, very painful. It was the fall from grace. And so what happened is we lost our 12-strand DNA and we became a 2-strand carbon-based DNA, which is what we are now. We were a 12-strand crystalline-based DNA, which is where we're going back to. So we're ascending, right? We're going back to that place that we once were. So we lost of the DNA, so we became a carbon-based, dense DNA, and that threefold beautiful flame in our heart that was all around us, like all around us, shrunk. To listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, that flame is 1/10 of an inch right now within our hearts. 1/10 of an inch inside our hearts. Every single one of us have this. And this flame, this threefold flame, I mean, imagine that. It's your divinity. It's your light. It's your spark. It's your connection. And you wonder why it's so hard for us to remember. You wonder why it's so hard for us to be here in this density. Because we remember, there's parts of us that remember who we really are. And when you say that, when you say remembering who you really are, it is that multidimensional being that had this flame that was all around you. So you were so connected to the I Am Presence, which is your connection to Source, right? And you were crystalline based DNA. You were so amazing. And now we're like, right? And we're trying to come back out of that. So the purpose of all of this is that this threefold flame, the pink flame, which is that unconditional love, the yellow flame, which is this wisdom and this knowledge, which is the Holy Mother, the pink flame is the Holy Spirit, and the blue flame is the Holy Father, and it's the will of God, power and wisdom. What we are learning to do right now is spin them, balance them, because they're off balance, right? Some of us have a lot of that pink flame, and some of us have a lot of the blue flame. Some of us have a lot of that yellow flame. We're learning to balance it. Once it becomes balanced and it spins, right? Starts to spin, it becomes the white flame. And the white flame is, if you were listening earlier, the ascension flame. So once it spins, and you can imagine all three moving at the same time, becoming that white light, that's the ascension flame. And that's when we ascend. That's when we become our divine being. Okay, so when you say ascend, you're not ascending anywhere, right? So when these three flames balance and begin to spin equally, it turns into white light. It turns into the ascension flame. And then you become like every other master on this planet that lived here, right? Like Saint Germain, Jesus, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, right? Kuan Yin, Isis, all these beautiful masters. They balanced their threefold flame on the planet. And it became that white light, that ascension ray. And they ascended here on the planet. So I thought that was really interesting. It really hit me today when I was reading that. I was like, wow, I really get it. I get it. I get it. You know when something just, you get it? I got it. I was like, holy shit, I get it. And And that's why these flames, these rays, are so powerful and so important to use. Forget about the terms, forget about like, oh, I need to know more about it, or I need to, you don't. Just play around with them, What day is today? Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday. Wednesday is the 5th ray, right? The emerald green ray. It's Master Hilarion. You can call in Master Hilarion, activating your third eye. So all you have to do today, if you just want to play around with it, is you can ask Master Hilarion to come in, to bring in that emerald green light into your body and to activate more of your third eye, to bring any healing with this energy, with this emerald green energy that's going to flow in through your body. You can ask for any healing that might need to be done today on you, right? Any spots within you that just might need to be cleared out a little bit. And that's, I don't think this is going to save. Damn it. That's as simple as it is. So I said, I'm Jesus when I'm gone mad. I just felt like him when I was that blue flame on fire. Nice. Anyways, okay, loves, that is it. I am going to go. I don't think this is going to save. I don't think I have enough storage on my phone. I can't stand Apple, by the way. I don't know what they do, but I feel like there's a whole nother thing going on with Apple that messes with us. So if it doesn't, what's it called? Save, then it doesn't save. It is what it is, right? Please save. I know. Please save. Please. Okay, you guys, I'm so glad that all of you were here. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being with me during these 30 days of IG Live. You're welcome, Tessa. Thank you for being here. If you want to hashtag 30 days of IG Live, you can find all the rest of these beautiful women and men that are doing this. I hope this helped you guys. I hope this made sense. I never know at the end if I made any sense whatsoever. Reach out to me if you have any questions about anything, about the 4 steps, anything at all. Bye, Lenny. Love you so much. Joe's going live at some point today. I don't know. I will, I'll message you on Facebook when he's going live. Because we never know. Lots of us just kind of pick times and just jump on. We never really know what time. Oh, thank you, Young Hearts. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I don't know what tomorrow will bring, but I'm sure Adama is going to give me some sort of topic to discuss. I love you all so much. Please reach out to me. Oh, yes. I believe you, Tessa. I believe everything you're experiencing, and then some. Message me if you have any questions about anything. I love you all so much. It's not madness. You guys are all amazing. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Love you so much. Bye.